Paige, we have passports to leave the country. We look different in them. You too. We've got to stop somewhere and change the way we look.
We need to see Henry before we go. We have to see him.
These mist-covered mountains.
I'm back. You're such a key player in it all, when you didn't even know you were. Oh, he already has. You've got to burn that. This is actually quite sad. Personally, I wouldn't be burying it. To be found, I would be burning it. I mean, was it ever going to end any other way? Other than them being dead?
Hi, is Henry Jennings there?
Oh, what are you going to be expecting?
Henry.
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Not much. Me, your mom, and Paige, we all had dinner, and we were talking about you. You know how proud we all are of you, don't you?
Here we go. You
Yeah,
should start
sure.
to get a hint here now.
And how much we love you. I just want you to be yourself, okay?
Live your life. This sounds like a Dear John phone call, right?
All right, you should probably let Mom drive home.
Yeah, I will. She wants to say hi.
And so does your sister.
I love you, Henry.
Hey, look, I gotta go. Okay.
Oh, just wait 1 second, okay?
Why you're being weird?
Hey, Dad, look, I really gotta split. We're in the middle of a ping pong tournament.
Okay, go.
You won't. That's all you're gonna get. They're giving our characters, they've written it in the way so that they get to say that at least that goodbye. If I was Stan now, I would just walk in fucking Harman Harrison. I'm having a shit day. Got him, haven't you? Yeah. He already knows.
I said it, but I didn't really.
I know.
You didn't really believe it.
I should have listened.
I went by Paige's apartment earlier tonight just in case. No one was there, but
We're watching the house. Travel agency.
See, they've already
Paige's
done it.
apartment.
But not Henry's school.
We're watching Henry at school, too.
Oh, you are?
He's the only one who's there.
Well, you're not watching that closely. I suppose that's the first line that the FBI would take rather than involving him in with it, just to see if anybody tries to contact him. By the way, the actor himself, I've seen him in many things, including The Walking Dead. Phenomenal. He's been great in this. And you're not going to find that much, other than the bits that are hidden in the basement, but... Are you done? Because everyone else is hard at work and stands in civilian clothes. Yeah. I'm sure you're one because you was running the X-Files. Are we... We're not going to know, are we? They're not going to tell us. Got them already posted at every airport, train station, bus depot. It's all going to be on this guy. Thank you. Dipshit. Gets the resemblance, or doesn't. Thank you very much. 2 for 2. Watch Paige get caught. Because if they were to catch Paige and not you two, she's got off. She got off. She's made her choice. You can't At this point, you lose everything. You're on your own, kid. Oh my God. And Stan here's going to become a surrogate fucking father here. You don't have to be a KGB agent. You don't have to have anything to do with it at all. You can walk away. I wasn't expecting a huge, big, exciting finale. Just this. Well, they made it. These two were originally told one day that they will return as heroes. This just feels cold and devastating. What the fuck's going on here? What's the call about? So, yeah. The one question I've got remaining, she did that dead drop. About Gorbachev. What happens to it? Very solemn, very cold, and a bit like the country. But not so much back then.
Arkady Ivanovich, остановите машину.
Where are we going here? Why are we not heading towards? I'm not preempting or guessing anything now. We don't have long left. I'll just... Will anything feel the same or familiar? They haven't been here for a long time.
When they first asked me, he said it'd be a hard life. Didn't want me to think it'd be some big adventure.
She's not said much at all.
Who knows what would have happened here? I probably would have worked in a factory. Managed a factory. Maybe we would have met.
No.
On a bus. They'll be okay.
They will.
They'll remember us.
You have to tell yourself that anyway.
And they're not kids anymore.
Precisely.
Yes.
All of this happened at a point where they're both old enough.
What do you think, Neil?
You'd also better get used to that too. Bye, Philip. Bye, Elizabeth. Whew, there we go, guys. Series done, finished. I didn't want it to end. I wanted there to be more, and more intrigue, and more fallout, and more twists and turns. But I got my one sole wish. That Stan alone, not with everyone else behind him, because he's the one that's been at the forefront of this his whole time, and him now understanding and seeing once it's revealed to him that all his suspicions were confirmed, that he was far more integral to this than he realised. That was my only wish, that he got to handle this the way he wanted to handle it. Not being overruled, not having 30 other officers with him just taking control and just taking over, and you can't do anything but what the correct procedure is supposed to be. The whole garage scene was a pivotal point in deciding who went where, what, when, how. You know? He let him walk away. We still don't know whether the the dead drop and the information about Gorbachev that Oleg is now lying in a prison cell for gets to its intended target, we have to assume that it did, and that world continues on the same way that our world did, because it's meant to be this world. It's not meant to be a parallel universe. At least it wasn't portrayed that way. There wasn't subtle differences. As Philip mentioned there at the end, they'll be okay. Paige and Henry, they will be okay. They're both at an age where they can be. This would have been incredibly difficult for either one of them to make these decisions and walk away if they'd have both still been preteen or little, you know? Paige made her choice there, getting off the Amtrak. Henry has been informed by his kind of adopted surrogate caregiver now, Stan, who would do that anyway because none of this is Henry's fault. And he goes home. Personally, I would have quit. He goes home to what? He goes home to what? He goes home to his girlfriend, his partner, potential wife, whatever. But we still don't know. They don't know. We don't know. He don't know. And they still didn't reveal it. I like that they left that air of mysticism in it for us. It's been an incredible ride. It's been up and down pace-wise, here and there, but it's never failed to deliver on shock value. And although a little bit complicated in parts, you were still able to follow along, and things always seem to knit together, and even if you didn't quite understand what it is, especially in the early seasons when you were like, I don't quite know what mission they're going on here, because it's not like they sit down and go, this is what we're going to do, and it's all written down for you, the viewer, to know the process as to what they're going through. You had to work it out for yourself, but you always got an aha moment where it pieced together. I love Philip and I love Philip and Elizabeth's characters, but I love Stan's just as much. Never liked Paige, but you're not meant to. She's just an angry teenager who just got dropped into this. Henry, okay. Stan was great. Even his partner at the end here was pretty good too. Now, I missed Nina. Oleg, I really felt they could have done so much more with his character, but they didn't. But they did. The one thing that they did right was when he had to go home and he went back, they didn't just cut his character at that point, they actually expanded more on it, and we got more from Oleg being back home than what we got when he was here, when he was in the US. I don't know why this series isn't more popular. It's not popular on any of the streaming sites. It's not popular on any of the places that collect statistics and, you know, like Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that. It's a shame, because they put an incredible amount of work into this and detail and got a lot of it right, even down to just the feel, the sense, the ambience of the series and how it looks, the soundtrack, the way it's been shot, the way it didn't feel forced of them trying to go, oh look, we've purposely made a fake street that makes it look like it's in the 80s. No, there was none of that. Nothing looked like sets, you know. A lot of it was shot kind of handy camera style, where we're out on the streets, where it's not just all staged actors. You can see that. And I've tried to promote this series as much as I can. It's not popular on my channel either. It gets very, very low views. And normally when the metrics aren't there for YouTube, you know, it's very difficult as a content creator to warrant, do I continue on with this series, or am I just blowing my own trumpet? I'm watching it for me, nobody else cares. But because it's such a good show, I didn't want to give up on it. So I didn't. Now then, with that said, what do we go with next? I was asking myself that same question. I didn't know what to go with next. You know, I loved Homeland. I loved Person of Interest. I've loved The Americans. I loved the spy, espionage, conspiracy theory, X-Files, all that sort of stuff. What do I follow this up with? I've got a few suggestions, and I've looked up a few things, mainly on like review sites and forums and stuff, to have the same sort of theme. I want to try and stay with like the Cold War kind of theme. And there was one that's space orientated that I'd never heard of. And apparently it's just been, there's another season just been commissioned now, so it's not even over yet. But it's like season 5 has just been commissioned, but it's going to take us a bit to get there, and it'll probably be out by the time I reach that point. So what we're going to start with is called For All Mankind, and it's about space exploration, about the first people going to the moon and everything, but it's slightly different. I believe the Russians beat us to it. That's as much as I know right now. That's got me intrigued enough to go, that's what we're replacing this show with. Let's keep the genre, let's keep the theme. It's going to be on YouTube, as long as copyright allows me to do so. Some shows are a lot more incredibly difficult to keep on there than others. So, I'll probably take a week break or so, and then we will be coming back in this spot for Americans. Now it's finished with For All Mankind, Episode 1, Season 1. As always, we start at the beginning. Why wouldn't you? I'm going to miss this show. I hope this one that replaces it is as intriguing as this one has been. Guess we'll just have to wait. So there we go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed The Americans. For those of you that have stuck along with me, I really, really do appreciate if you've stuck along with me with this series. If this kind of thing is your bag, like it was mine. It's not for everybody. So for those of you that have, thank you. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the season finale and the end to the series and where they left it. And I will see you for the next series. Probably not next week. The week after. I'll work it out with my schedule. I don't know. Anyway, so For All Mankind coming up next. See you for the next one.